Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. K-Wise,
Peace, God.
bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Thank y'all for tuning in to Real2reel360. Today we fleeting out, you know what I mean? Today is we gonna have my sister in the Fleet Nation. She has so many hats. She does so many things great. She has her own podcast. She DJs. She sings. She raps. She do graphic designs, and she's the one and only voice over goddess. So we're gonna bring her in. We're gonna pick her brain and see how we can get into the game with the one and only T Quest GLM. Let's go. So what's going on with you, sis?
You know, living my best life. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I definitely understand that to the
I
fullest.
feel like I should start wearing hats because, they be like, she wears so many hats. I'm like, I don't even wear hats.
For real. For real.
It's a metaphor.
No, you do so many things.
I
And
do.
you do so many things to the best of your ability. So it's like, when do you have time to do just regular T Quest stuff, like your day to day? Because singing, rapping, graphic designing, podcasting, DJing, fleet DJing at that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, let us know. Let us know what it is like for a day in the life of T Quest.
Well, you have to realize I am the ultimate Libra diva. So my scales are very balanced. You know what I mean? I get proper rest, 8+ hours every night, but then you go hard for the other 16 hours. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about prioritizing your time and your schedule. And of course, I have my partner in greatness, so I don't have to do everything by myself. We do everything as a team. So when orders come in for this, is that, and the third, I got this, you got that, we got this. And it definitely helps the process to do more things on a daily basis. But I make sure, especially now that I'm older and I've lived life, I make sure that I have time to handle my business. I make time to check on family. I make time for my me time because I can't tell people things like this or give them advice if I don't even take it myself.
That is true. That is true. You know what I mean? I have to definitely say that. And of course, those who know me know I harass her sometimes. And yeah, you see the look on her face? I harass her sometimes. That's my fleet sister.
That's effect is real.
But when, like, where I want to start is musically. When did you start out in music? Was it rapping? Was it singing? What was it?
Break dancing. Now, Like a lot of people in our culture, I
Mm-hmm.
started out singing in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was always quiet and didn't really talk, when it came to singing, like I sung the song, but then I get back right into my shell. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, in school, doing talent shows and stuff, I didn't really talk during school. I just focused on my schoolwork, got my A's. But every time there was something with music or entertainment, I was always involved. Are you making a face? So clearly, you have not did all your research on T Quest because
I
everyone
don't
else.
know. No, 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 no. That's not what I
So
was doing. That was not what I was
I don't
doing.
know what the face means.
The face is what the face means. You hear how much she does, right?
Yeah.
Student, musician, right? And you balanced it out from a youth. You know what I mean? Like, and it just fell off into your adulthood.
Yeah, because the weird part is, it still shocked people as I grew older. They was
Hmm.
like, she's so quiet, she's so shy, she doesn't even talk, but she sings, she dance, she does this, that, and third. Because when it came to being on the microphone or on a stage, that
Hmm.
was like my happy place. That was my safe haven. And then
Hmm.
once I turned it into a profession, I knew that I had to break out of my shell if I really wanted to tap into my gifts and my talents 100%. So overall, after a while, the confidence grew and it's
Hmm.
still growing. And now you can't shut me up because I have a lot to say and a lot to instill in others to help them be great.
I wasn't gonna say that. You know what I mean? I was gonna say you definitely pour into people. You know
Yes.
what I mean? You definitely pour into people, and you're very selective. You know what I'm saying with how you do so. I will say that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Um, and I have to start out by saying I appreciate, you know what I mean, because the conversation we had last about different things,
Hmm.
because you gave me some motivation and inspired me to look into some things. So I want to thank you for that, you know what I'm saying, starting out. So what was your first recording? Like,
Well, my
let's get
first
to
recording was when back in the day we used to have the recorders, put the tape in, and you press
it.
record. Which is interesting because back then when I heard my voice, I was like, I hope I don't sound like this. Like
Hmm.
the first time you hear your voice is definitely interesting.
Hmm.
But the first time I recorded as in music,
Hmm.
um, it was some hip hop songs to some hip hop beats.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember going to my first studio, which was interesting. The layout, it was because I was at church
Hmm.
and they said, we hear that, you do music. Can you sing next week? I'm like, who told you that? They was like, your mother. I'm like, thanks, mother. So
Right.
I course in the church is called ministering in song. So
Hmm.
that day my throat was a little sore. I'm like, mother, I can't sing the song. My throat hurts. She was like, well, why don't you rap that song about your testimony? I'm like, why would I rap in church? She was like, well, the song is about God and how you overcame things. So I'm sure it'll be okay.
Hmm.
So I went to the church and I ministered and rap. The pianist, he fell in love with it. He like, yo, who do your beats and stuff? I'm like, that's industry songs. He was like, well, I have a studio if you ever want to record. I'm like, let's go. So I went to the recording studio, which I found out was his house. I was like, okay. And the mic was in like one of the closets. I'm like, okay. But you know what I loved about it? Even though it was a home studio, it was great quality because his equipment was, up to par.
Hmm.
And that continued me on my humble journey because I never judge a book by its cover. You know, at the end of the day, if you have a home studio, you have a home studio. Look at people studio. But I did some songs to industry beats starting out, and
Hmm.
then after I started work on him, he wanted me to work on as an artist on his label, and then he was the first person to create original beats for me.
Okay. Now, when we shout out Ike Dirty and Cotton Candy in the comments, appreciate y'all for checking the
Yeah.
Real 360. Now, so basically, like hip hop was like your first love.
Gospel music.
Gospel music.
I grew
Gospel.
up on gospel music with a splash of R&B.
Mhm,
Hip hop didn't really enter my life of on full blast until
mhm,
probably 8th grade and high school.
mhm.
So,
Now, as a artist, who are some of the people that you used to listen to that inspired you?
oh wow, I used to have a great love for Aaliyah as
Hmm.
an artist. I love Missy Elliott,
Hmm.
Sierra, artists that didn't just sing, but they entertained you. I like
Hmm.
to be called an entertainer because back then I used to do a lot of, what up, Wes? Why not in the building?
Yes,
I like
yes.
I like to entertain people.
Hmm.
Like I used to dance, hip hop dance. I used to choreograph it. So
Hmm.
anyone who actually gave you the ultimate performance, I was a fan of. Fan of Chris Brown, fan of T Pain. Like that was my happy place watching them perform and watching their videos and everything for sure.
So, what I mean, but that was that feel good music.
Yes.
What I mean? That was definitely that feel good music that we all come up on that spoke volumes to us. And
Hmm.
that's the music that we embrace coming through.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, just in case you did not know, this is T Quest GLM. You know what I'm saying? Fleet DJ's on. And not only is she my Fleet sister, she's my Libra
You're
sister.
Libra?
All day,
What day?
September 30th.
It makes sense why you little Aggie because you on the September side. It makes sense now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
You know
get
what I'm saying?
it.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what
It's
it is.
okay. You guys are, you're on the cusp. So,
Yeah, yeah. The October Libras are special.
yeah.
So, you
So,
know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. They still stay
whatever.
balanced.
Um,
Now, sis, when it comes down to going into podcasting, was you ever interested in journalism?
I am a journalist.
I, I know, like, what I mean, growing up, was you DJ Il Nino? What up, bruh? Was you growing up? Did you take any classes? Did you, anything like that?
I did take a writing course and everything
Hmm.
as I got older, of course. But I think being always wanting to be a music star and always being quiet, writing and music was always my outlet. So
Hmm.
at a young age, I was always writing, whether
Hmm.
stories, poems, songs. I was always a writer. So when I got
Hmm.
an opportunity to become a journalist for publications, like I was here for it. When I had the opportunity to become a radio personality, it started like this, doing an interview. Well, back then it was on the phone, we
Hmm.
wasn't virtual. And they was like, "You have such a
Right.
great personality and voice. You ever thought about radio?" And I'm like, "Of course." So shout out to DJ Scheme and Streets D Radio for giving me my first opportunity about 13 years ago.
Shout out to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you open the doors for my sister. Now, with voiceover, how did you
Yeah.
get into voiceovers? Like,
Oh my
because
God. Focus.
you see, focus. El Nino, you see what's going on over here, right?
Oh, baby. How'd I get into it?
Yeah. How did you get introduced to voiceovers?
Okay. Well, as a walking entertainer, I was always doing different things and speaking. I would speak in different accents just because I
Mhm.
knew I can, right? Just
Right.
to be funny, just to put a smile on someone's face. But my real first opportunity was when one of the comedians I knew, he was just talking to me about a project he's doing and he's looking for some females to do some skits on his project. And I'm like, what kind of skits you looking for? He was like, I
Mhm.
need like a white girl, like a Becky type from the Valley, Puerto Rican chick from like New York, like all different things. And then I was like, let me try. Let me try. I'm always in the studio, so let me see what's up.
Mhm.
And I did it and he liked it. And then from there, me being a recording artist, I knew connecting with DJs and doing DJ drops and stuff was important to build that relationship. So I used to invest thousands of dollars in a studio session, not just to record songs, but to record drops. And after a while, my name started circulating so much that people started to contact me like, I heard your voice on so and so's mix or on this radio station. How much do you charge? And then once you start hearing that multiple times, it's time to turn it into a business. So and then it just elevated from there. So shout out to anyone who's ever taken a chance on my voice and my gifts and my talent, because it's definitely one of the professions under the GLM branch.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Let me hear some of that Boricua.
See, I knew you was gonna do something like that as soon as you heard me, But that's all you get until you actually pay for something, okay? Hey, papi. No, it's not. I love creating. I love it. And I love it when I get clients that really push me to the limit. Now, the crazy part is, which is weird, I've done so many different type of voiceovers, but the hardest one so far, believe it or not, is to get like real hood and urban. Like I there's some odd reason it just not come out. And it's not because I live in a valley, okay? It's not that, but for some reason I cannot tap into that. They be like, "Can you give me like a city girl type ghetto?" I'm like, I could try, and I fail every time.
Well, you have to have that conversation like, yo, B, check this out, man. We ain't finna play like that. You feel me? You know what I mean? One of them type
I'm
situations.
sorry, was that your urban?
That's my urban. That's
Yeah.
definitely my urban. You know
See,
what I mean?
that's why you want to cuss.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I can't do the poppy. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
can't do the poppy, but I can.
It's
I
fine.
can do the pale people.
Wow, that's a recall. Wow. Okay, next question.
I didn't want to say the wrong word. You know what I mean? I don't want to be shut down.
I
So
understand. I totally get it.
like, I could really do it. I really can. I
Mhm.
really. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
But I want the individuals to start hearing some of your music.
yeah.
Some of your journey that you've been through,
Mhm.
and some of the things that I found in your catalog. You know what I mean? That I found that was very interesting.
Mhm.
Um, because singing and rapping, you know what I mean, is definitely your forte. You definitely can do it. You definitely make it happen.
Appreciate
And I appreciate the fact that you sent me on a journey to find this music. So right now, we're going to start out with Lost in Love by the one and only T Quest GLM. No, we're going to start it from the beginning. You got to hit them drums.
to all them lovers out there. Timeless. Tell myself I'm done with love. Now you're all I'm thinking of. You came in, I opened up. You were sent from above. You stole my heart with the truth. Now I'm all into you. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause now I'm falling in love with you. Everything about you makes me feel some type of way. From the outside to my inner, think I got me a winner. Make me wanna cook your dinner and I'll be your dessert. Got that sweetness, about to put it to work. When you step into the room, your presence is felt. The way you treat me like a queen makes my heart melt. The way you carry yourself like a man supposed to do actually draws me even closer to you. You have me lost into the words that you speak, flowing out like lyrics to a melody. You got me locked in the days when you grip my waist. Got me curious to how your lips really taste. Kiss the side of my neck and you make me so, but not just yet. Gotta take it slow. You make love to my mind, connect to my soul. You got me ready to love again. So here we go. Tell myself I'm done with love. Now you're all I'm thinking of. You came in, I opened up. You were sent from above. You stole my heart with the truth. Now I'm all into you. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause now I'm falling in love with you. G, got me cheesing hard, yeah, I'm blushing. Got my whole race straight rushing. It's comical to me and low because it's like being back at high school and I'm crushing. It's a good feel, so running. Love how you keep it 100. Showing me you're not the same. Games was for the lames and we too grown for that. Got me thinking back to way back when and how I never wanna go back there again. When my heart was a hard as a rock, with words unspoken. Now it's open, ready for business, ready to explore. So let's tour this new chapter, living my happily ever after. Life and laughter, good intentions, good combo, great loving, what a combo. Oh. You're all I'm thinking of. You came in, I opened up. You were sent from above. You stole my heart with the truth. Now I'm all into you. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause now I'm falling in love with you. They say they're ready, but I switch up the track. When it comes to love, I got my groove back like Stella. Those are drinks with the umbrella. Refresh and renew, rockin' with this new fella. No rude boy, a grown man, side by side, him and I hand in hand. The way it's supposed to be, king in the queen, taking this journey. Oh, my love, I'm thinking of the truth. Timeless. Tell myself I'm done with love. You're all I'm thinking of. You came in, I opened up. You were sent from above. You stole my heart with the truth. Now I'm all into you. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause now I'm falling in love with you. This is so weird.
Why is that weird? Why is that weird?
It's weird because I'm so used to being on your side that I tell people sometimes I miss being on this side, being interviewed, actually listening to my songs and the whole entire song. Like, it's interesting. And shout out to everyone who enjoyed that song. And I want to say shout out to the writer and producer, Tierra Jordan. She had a movie called Dear Amber. Thank you so much, everyone. She has this movie called Dear Amber on Amazon Prime, and that song is actually featured in the movie.
Listening to that song, I listened to how versatile you are with your music, right? Because you went into this neo soul, saying Jilly for Philly. Then, saying, you had the little rap thing. Then when you flipped into the reggae, that's what got me. Like, like, is that like something that you purposely do when it comes down to your music, where you try to flip styles and things like that?
I like to create music that represents who I am, and I'm filled with. There's so many layers to me, So when it comes to music, I hear what the beat is telling me or whatever story there is, and I just vibe with it. So I may just talk on the track, I may rap on the track, add little harmonies, and if you flip it, I'm gonna flip it with you. Like, I always tell people my favorite part of the song is usually the bridge or the random ad libs. So it's special. Even nowadays, they don't really do bridges and stuff anymore, but
Right.
I'm happy that once start creating again to really bring it back because it's something special that brings the song together as a whole.
And the song, like we said in the beginning, that was a nice laid back, you know, couples night, sit back with the little wine and watch, you know what I mean? That type of vibe. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because in the movie they used the song for thank you, John. I really truly appreciate that. They used the song during the date. You know, they're walking around, they're at the carnival, he's giving her flowers, winning her stuffed animal. You know, it was like that romantic scene. So I'm like, it was perfect for that scene in the movie. And when it came to that song on my Lost in Love EP, me and a producer, shout out to PD3 Productions, our birthdays a day apart. And we used to hang out every year for our birthday. And one year I'm like, you know what? We met for a collaboration and we've never collabed. I'm like, it's long overdue. Let's go. He was like, all right, so what you want to do? I'm like, let's do something for our birthday. He was like, okay. What you got in mind? I'm like, before I used to do hardcore stuff, little Kim type vaps, you know, because I'm from CT and all of that. Right? But I'm like, you know what? I'm dead serious. I have so much unreleased music in the vault. And that's for not knowing the business when I started. And now that's the story. But I'm just like, I'm older now. So let's write about love. Let's just write around love. So whatever you create, think about love. And I'm just going to rock whatever you create. So, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Let's just go ahead and indulge. Let's indulge.
Okay. I'm right there. For all the lovers out there.
Yes.
The solution. Babe, let's get to the chase. There's a reason why you're up in my space, all up in my face, trying to get a taste of my pink lace. So come over here, claim your prize, you're the winner. You wanna go down, eat me like I'm dinner. For dessert, you just wanna enter. Doing the right bad things like a sinner. Straight triple X nasty. Let's make a movie, you can cast me. Tricks and splits, don't put it past me. Let's have a little fun in the car backseat. I'ma arch my back, play my feet like that. Hop up in the front before the climax. Saddle up ready to straddle that pony. It's whatever for my one and only. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. Are you ready? I like it when you get a little nasty. You make me giggle when you're gripping on my fatty. You got that look like, who's gonna stop me? Stop me. And I can make me wanna call you Bobby. Like I'm not about that chit chat. You can break me off like a Kit Kat. Like skin by action, intense satisfaction. There goes the sound of my kitty cat. Indulging my inner icing. I can feel the heat as it's rising. I got my eyes open wide. I get so amped just like you got the size. It's on and popping tonight. You're strapped in and I'm ready to ride. Be coming with me as I feel you inside. Nice and tight the way that you lie. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that. Beautiful and grown and sexy, I'm like.
Mr. Amazing, you are what I'm craving. Enjoy my life, excusing my misbehaving.
For the grown and sexy.
I get so excited, I just cannot hide it.
The lovers out there.
I yearn for you and I cannot fight it. Mr. Amazing, you are what I'm craving. Enjoy my life, excusing my misbehaving. I get so excited, I just cannot hide it. I yearn for you and I cannot fight it. Mr. Amazing, you are what I'm craving. I get so excited. I yearn for you. I yearn for you. You are Mr. Amazing. You are Exactly what I am craving. You are Mr. Amazing. You are exactly what I am craving. Are you ready to ride that thing all night for my baby? Are you ready to ride that thing all night for my baby? Are you ready
Are you ready to indulge? Is the kids in bed?
Well, we trying to get on the remix. Stop. The song is done.
First of all, are the kids in bed? You know what I mean? Because we're coming over. And I got that Casamigo.
Oh my god. Water and juice only. Okay. Oh my gosh.
This is why I stay open.
Oh god. Oh, man.
My bro, Fleet Nation, Dre Cope from Rock the Block DJs.
Get
Yes, sir.
Get it. You know what? I I appreciate you guys. I really do because I feel like I've neglected the lane that I started and need to jump back in. You know, because I always tell people, like, when I'm in performing, I like to do sensual songs, not straight up nasty songs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not the whole straight up prostitute but busting open. Like, I like to do sensual grown folks music because at the end of the day, intimacy is a part of relationships, you
Yes,
know?
it is.
So, and also being considered more of a hip hop artist who happens to harmonize, I'm like, that's the lane I want to be in. And not that many artists that is well known is in that lane. And I'm like, that is your lane, T-Quest. So you have to tap in more. So shout out to your viewers that are watching, because you guys are just giving me confirmation that this is the lane that I love and I need to tap in more, even though being from up top, once in a while, I got to be like, yo, what up? Okay?
Oh, that's how we coming? That's how we coming?
Yeah.
What up? CT in the building.
Real, baby. They didn't see us coming. Haters getting nervous, so they get to running. Thought that I was gone, thought that I was sleeping. Now just resting, keeping alert, locked and peeping. Fake competition, blood boiling, souls weeping. Anger building up, gotta relax like tea sleeping. Focus the king, aim high, check the dimensions. Fully alert, you got my attention. What up? I'm right here in front of you, so now what? No need for my crew to come through, so what's up? Nothing but space and opportunity. And pre-scripted fakeness ain't getting through to me. Don't let the cuteness fool you. Your color must be clear, I can see right through you. Walk past you as if I never knew you. So like I said earlier, let me know what's up. Yo, I can't believe this is Quest. She coming for the jugular, she coming for the neck. I told you before, she ain't nothing like the rest. Rare breed, first class, high class, top shelf. What that? Ring the alarm, click clack, kaboom. They all get nervous when I step up in the room. Step up in their face, draw the truck.
Yeah, Papa God, this up.
They bout to get rocked. I'm here to rock the mic and I'm here to get my guap. Coming for the stage and I'm coming for the fame. And I'm reclaiming my name, reclaiming my spot. I'ma hold it down, reclaiming my unleash the beast. I'm hungry for this, so it's time to feast. Bottoms up, this ain't for the weak. This my livelihood, my fam gotta eat. Stay out the kitchen, you ain't ready for this heat. Straight from the birds, but I know about the streets. If you're questioning anything about tea, you can come see me directly and let me know what's up. I can't believe this is Quest. She coming for the jugular, she coming for the neck. I told you before, she ain't nothing like the rest. Rare breed, first class, high class, top shelf, what up?
Yeah, what up? CT in the building. You hear
I'm
that?
just gonna tell you, you heard me? Nah, but you know what's interesting about that song? You never know where you're gonna get your inspiration from, right?
Right.
One of the DJs I know from New York, he hit me up and he was like, Quest, what are you doing? You know, I'm like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. What you think? I'm at home. Um, and he was like, he's doing his mixtape, and he was like, yo, I need you to who the hell is I love your followers. He was like, I'm doing a mixtape, and I need you to, you know, send me a freestyle or something, right? He said, look, not that lovey-dovey stuff. Act like you know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, fine, right? So I did it. And after I did it, I just felt right back at home as an entertainer. So I was in a rush after I did that song. So then I just went through my archive of instrumentals that I have from my producers, and I put the beat on. And then I just went at it. And I was like, okay, let's go. So I recorded myself, da-da-da-da-da. And it just reminded people, because I was doing so much like voiceovers and radio and so many different other hats that I wear, that my new fans, they don't even know I do music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, they didn't see this coming. Bar heavy, baby. You know, but they see this coming. And when I say like the haters are lurking and stuff, it's because now that I'm fully out my shell and I've grown that confidence and really tapping into the woman I know I'm destined to be, you hear them stories about people start hating on you and looking at you differently and just speaking so much negative and trying to have that dark cloud around you. Like, I started to witness that, but I can't allow no one to dim my light. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what up? What's up? Like, I'm here. Like, I'm here. It's not about you. It's about me, my journey. You know what I'm saying? Take care of me and mine and my family. So when I dropped it, they're like, yo, what is this? I'm like, no, this is me. Like, I'm the sweetest person you can meet. I'm nice. I'm humble. I'm loyal. I'm helpful. Like, I'm here to help anybody. But at the same time, you can't cross me. I've been through too much in my journey that now that's why I have my business today, because nobody was there when I started. I didn't have family and friends in the music industry. I threw myself to the wolves to see, yo, what's going on out here in this music industry, because I knew that's where I would need it to be. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. You know, so I've been through all them traumatic stories as a young female in this game that my family to this day don't even know. And they want to know, but I'm like, look, I'm here today. That's all that matters. And that's why I tell people, where you at? What you trying to do? How can I help? Because I didn't have the help. So if I could help somebody not go through what I went through, like, I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for it.
That's crazy, because you know, I'm looking at Papa John Perry's comments, because you had it open with the sensual, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
the indulge and everything else, and then when What Up came, he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
But that's an attestament to being an artist, an entertainer. That's, you know what I mean, like you said in the beginning of the interview, you know what I'm saying, you embrace being an entertainer. Give the people what they want, you know what I'm saying, musically. And that's something that is missing, you know what I'm saying, across the board. Whereas people aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you sent me, you know what I'm saying, a couple of songs because we was joking, you know what I'm saying, joking back and forth. Because
No, you was dead serious. Like, you know, I like real R&B, grown folk music. I don't know what them teeny boppers is doing nowadays. So I'm not with all that sex and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me send them In Love With You. It's the safest love song.
and then sent me Indulge.
You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm just like, he don't like a lot of today's rap, so I'm not going to send him what up. But if I could catch his attention, he gonna find it.
And I found it. You hear me? You know what I mean? And I found it. Like, dead serious. Like, I didn't realize to the magnitude of talented, you know what I'm saying, artistry that you have. Because a lot of times I see you, you know what I'm saying, you, DJ El Nino, Cyclops, doing y'all show. And that's a great show. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all check that out. Go ahead and plug that for me right quick. T quick.
Myself, DJ Il Nino, and DJ Cyclops. We have the Why Not podcast on Facebook and YouTube Live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And of course, I have the Boss Lady Takeover show the last Sunday of the month with my boss ladies, and the main Mecca show, the Tico show with DJ El Nino. Relatable, informative, yet entertaining.
Yes. See, they're gonna look at Papa Don. That's their CT. You know what I mean? That's their CT and the Papa Don. You know what I mean? Don't let her fool you. She from CT. You know what I mean?
You got to have your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You have to have your boundaries.
But the song that she initially sent me, I'm going to play. It's a very smooth, like a whole vibe. A whole vibe. I loved it. I really did. I loved it. I loved it so much. I was going to send it into the Fleet Music share room, and I probably still do. Um, you know what I mean? Yeah, she DJs too, bro. Look at it.
Oh my god!
You
Don't
know
be
what
telling people that though.
I'm
Don't
saying? Hey, you
don't tell them
told them.
that.
You told them.
The
It
reason why I
wasn't me.
say that really quickly is because yes, when you can be blessed with many gifts, but every gift is not for the world. And
Mhm,
sometimes when you let people in too many things, they kind of take the fun away from it.
mhm,
Because even when I've done mixes here and there for people just to help out. Next,
mhm,
oh, you DJ Word, what kind of equipment you use? You do this and everything start flooding in with, and I'm just like, yo, relax. Like, I'm, I'm not a DJ, but
mhm,
I'd like to tap into every talent that's around me
mhm,
so I know who I have to deal with. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? Because, like I said, in the beginning of my journey, I've been through so much because I didn't know the business. So I lost so much time in my youth. I lost so much money investing and been
mhm,
robbed blind from everybody because I didn't know the business. So
mhm.
now when you say I wear many hats, I had no choice because at the end of the day, all I have is me. So
Right.
yes, I had my seasons of being a singer, dancer, rapper, actor, comedian, modeling, DJing, hosting. Like I had every season. So this time around when I'm working with people, I'm just like, I know your crap. You can't get one over on me. Okay.
See, I asked this question earlier, right?
Listen.
Because if anybody, make sure you follow her on social media, right?
Please, I'm so awesome.
Make sure you follow her on social media. Look at there. Look at
I don't break dance.
there.
But I tried once in high school during a talent show. I went to do the split thing. I ended up doing the worm. I'm like, I'm good. One time I was to do the twirl. I ended up doing the back flip. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't trying to break that.
That part right there. But I saw some pictures on her page,
Mhm.
and it looks like one of those models on magazines. Right? So
Funny.
I asked her, I asked her to, what I'm saying, did she model? And
Mhm.
what was your answer to me? Because you didn't want to answer my question when I asked you. What was your answer to me?
My answer was, this is not the show. You can ask the question on the show.
And now I'm asking the question on the show. Thank you very
um,
much.
I have done modeling in my
Mhm,
life.
mhm,
I never did runway
mhm,
modeling because first off, everyone goes by this mainstream standard. So
mhm,
first of all, I'm too short to be to qualify. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Because I'm only 5'5". And
mhm,
also growing up, back then mainly you had to be a certain size to be a model. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? So even though one time I did have a love for it, I remember this fashion designer. She asked my sister to be in a show, but she didn't ask me to be in a show because my sister's thin,
mhm,
and I never really talked about it, but like I was offended, I was hurt because I could have killed it if she would have asked me. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? And
Right.
no shade to her, but like you ain't skinty neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you to be judging people? But I know for a fact I would have talked that runway, but it's okay,
Mhm,
because everything is not for everybody. But look, you may not have given me the opportunity,
mhm,
but the one for me, I'm going to get. So I first started doing pictures with some of the models I knew after I got older.
mhm.
And skinny as a stick, like facts. Shout out to the Fat Cats, my crew. You know
Mhm,
what I mean? I remember doing my first photo shoot, and I was so nervous because in my mind, I'm just like, these girls are all skinty. You know, it's not gonna come out right. I don't really have nothing to wear. This, and the third. But facts, right? See, I like your peoples. I like your as nervous as I was for doing my first photo shoot. When I look at those pictures, I'm just like, wow. It was all in my head. It was all in my head. I've to this day I have yet to take pictures like I did my first shoot. And I was stressing myself out so much because I just didn't feel confident. You know, I didn't feel confident. And I'm just like, I have to get that in order because I am a force to be reckoned with. You know, so doing a photo shoot, it was great. And then I did a few print ads for a few magazines. So I opened the door for myself to have a chance to experience modeling and working with models. And it was a beautiful experience because I understand their life. It was just an illusion. Oh, my baby. I experienced what they go through. So it was easier for me to understand working with them. You know, the hours and heels and stuff. Oh my God. I don't even want to think back to it. It was too much. I remember one day I went to one city to perform, and then I had to go to another city to do hours and for a photo shoot, and then I had to go to another city for a dance rehearsal. It was like a 48-hour day. And that's 2 days. And when I said by the time I took them heels off, I couldn't even put them back on. My feet were so swollen. But, you know, things happen. That's life.
Yeah. But see, I knew that you did because the way you take your pictures. The way you take your pictures, you know, accentuate, you prop and you prim. You know what I mean? It's just a certain look with your pictures. You just don't take selfies. Like everybody just be like this. You know what I'm saying? You it's like a whole photo shoot for you. Like, and then you put it up. You
every picture has to tell a story.
Definitely.
It's funny. I didn't realize it. Look at that. Hallelujah. Okay, you see the picture behind me?
Right there.
That was one of the pictures from my first photo shoot when I said I was nervous as hell, had nothing to wear, and did not feel like I belonged there.
No?
That was one of the first pictures.
Wow.
And she cute. So when I think back, when I tell people, that's why I do my article, The Quest Chronicles, Love, Life, and Music from my perspective. Because when you have the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective, you will realize you've been beating yourself down for no apparent reason. Yeah, and that's why I write my articles every week to help people look at things from a different scenario, look at stuff more half full versus half empty. Like instead of looking at it from like this, why don't you look at it like this? Like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. And now you're taking the pressure off your brain, taking the pressure off your heart. Yes, be different. Be your authentic self. I'm an advocate to remind people we are individuals. We don't have to like the same stuff. Just I tell you all the time, you may like a certain thing. I don't have to like it. You know, I'm an individual and it's okay to be different. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, the difference is she feels like all I listen to is Southern Soul. I'm going to let y'all know.
Is you say what you said and I received it.
That's it. And on that note, I'm going here.
Again? Okay.
I'm going here again.
Okay.
It was either this one or go back here. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I go right here. See, this is how we do it right here on Real2reel360. We flip it, you know what I'm saying? Twist it, throw it up there. You know what I'm saying? See how it sticks. You know what I mean? Yes. Brooklyn.
You be working, I be working too. Blood, sweat, and tears going into everything we do. Putting in work behind that desk, putting in work on that stage. Emo text, conference calls, business meetings. Every day we CEOs. We gotta continue with that money flow. Other bosses know exactly how that goes. It's hard just to lay back, chill and relax, but there's more than life than just that. Remember when we first started dating in the beginning? You had me head over heels, I knew I was winning. More like having a winner, special late night dinners. Gotta get back to what we shared, so tonight there's no word, no word, no kids, no one, no kids, no friends, no one, no friends, no I don't want no friends, just you. have a deep talk, just the two of us. Nobody else. New couple, new lovers, enjoying one another, all over each other. You got me over here, sitting all alone in the zone, reminiscing, smiling to myself, thinking about all them hugs and kissing. Many moments you were the one I was missing. Into this day, I still be missing you, but I know we got work to do. We got money to make. Gotta be on the move. Relationships are important too. So when am I gonna see you? Got to have that long time. Something that we have to do. No word, no want no word, no kids, don't want no kids, no friends, don't want no friends. I don't want no bitch, just you. All I want is you and I. For the night, no word, don't want no word, no kids, don't want no kids, no friends, don't want no friends. I don't want no bitch, just you. All I want is you and I. For the night. For the night. You ready? No way. Don't want no way. It's time to clock out. No kids. I don't want no kids. No friends. We ain't going to the club tonight. It's for me and my love. No way. Don't want no way. It's time to clock out. No kids. I don't want no kids. No friends. We ain't going to the club tonight. It's for me and my love. Yeah.
Yes, I'm feeling that.
It's on the clock out. Don't want no word. Don't want no kids. Don't want no friends. I don't want no ladies. All I want is you and I. For the night, don't want no word. Don't want no kids. Don't want no friends. All I want is you for the night.
Shout out to Soul Beach Productions, Brooklyn in the house. You know, when it came to that song, you know how so many people always ask me, how do you balance business and pleasure? How do you work so much? Do you have time for relationship, this, that, and the third? At the end of the day, you know that saying that if something's important to you, you'll make time for it.
Yes.
But I feel like if you are in a relationship, that's part of your duties. If you can clock into work, you can clock out and clock into your love. You know, you can't be too busy to not be there for your person and for your union. It's way more important, you know? So I'm just like, no, if you got kids, get a babysitter. You have to have that me time and that we time. It's very important, not just in life, but for your health as well. You know, because your person is your safe haven. It's supposed to be your peace. It's supposed to be your happiness. Why won't you make time for that? It's bad enough a lot of people don't do it for themselves, but if you are in a relationship, you have to make time for it, and it should be worth it.
Message.
I just gotta tell people, like, my slogan may be "Gotta love me," because of course the quest effect is real. Who doesn't love me? But I am an advocate for love. You know, this world is too dark. Someone has to be the light. You know, like we time. See, my baby now. We time is very important. People like, you know, I work so much. We see the movies that we watch. You know, a lot of people start breaking up and getting divorced. So, well, you know, someone got to pay the bill. Somebody got to make the money. That I just feel like these are just excuses. Figure it out.
Definitely.
You know, if you don't have time for this job, then maybe you need to put in your papers. Period.
There it is. Now, the last song I'm gonna play is "Simply I Reply."
Shout out to See That Woods.
Yes. Let's take this walk to "Simply I Reply."
T-Quest.
What up?
Gotta love me. Simply I reply. Looking so good.
Yeah.
Feeling so fresh. Looking so good. Feeling so fresh.
Yeah.
fashion forward, Dolce and Gabbana. My eyes pop with a thick black liner, then covered by shades of designer. Shades of designer doesn't get any finer. Freak dress make them wanna cop a feel. Flyness at completion with a high heel. Hair so straight like a fresh derm perm. Feel my presence or his turn. Or his turn where? In my direction. When they look at me, it's like a vision of perfection. At least close to it. Coming through, so you know you better move it. Time to hit the runway. The lover when I hit the runway. Making my rounds, admired by the crowd as I walk. Hear them haters talk. Why you so mad? Cause I'm so fly. I know that you hate and you ain't gotta lie. Always in the spotlight, dressing my tie. People say I'm cocky, but simply I reply, I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. I'm feeling so questfully clean. My style so fierce and my walk so mean. My thighs looking right in my tight fitted jeans. Miss Glamorous is most deaf on the scene. Check out my lips, my curves and my hips. Make 'em wanna take the journey and the trip. While this aroma flows through the room. What's that? And you inquire, that's that Quest perfume. One sniff got you stiff, make you feel some type of way. I'm not surprised that now you wanna stay even longer. As your desire for me grows stronger, make you wanna get closer to me. Now my smell and my look got you hooked. One glance, one moment was all that it took. That's how I do better. Get 'em, girl. GLM, welcome to my world. Why you so mad? Cause I'm so fly. I know that you hate and you ain't gotta lie. Always in the spotlight, dressing my tie. People say I'm cocky, but simply I reply, I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. Why you so mad? Cause I'm so fly. I know that you hate and you ain't gotta lie. Always in the spotlight, dressing my tie. People say I'm cocky, but simply I reply, I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. I be looking so good, feeling so fresh. Looking so good, feeling so fresh. Feeling so fresh. Looking so good, 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 I'm rockin' with team. Look good, feel good, smell good. I'm rockin' with team. Look good, feel good, smell good. Team ready, baby.
They not ready.
Yes.
Maybe they are ready.
They
I
are
think they
ready.
ready.
They
They waiting
ready.
on me.
They waiting on you.
They
You
waiting
know
on
what I
me.
mean? But we coming to the end, right? But I want to thank those on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Fleet TV, Instagram, GC Radio, uh, Third Coast Society TV, PUSO 82.3 out in Columbus, Ohio, for definitely rocking with Real to Real 360 and kicking it with my sister, my Fleet family member, T Quest. GM. Now, T Quest, tell the people how they can get your music, number one. Right, like let's put it on the table. How they can get the music, number one. Number two, how they can get with you for graphic designs. That's number two. How they can get with you for voiceovers. And for the ladies, how can they get your chronicles?
Well, the Chronicles for everyone. No, but at the end of the day, I make everything easy and simple for everyone. I'm at the majority of all the important social media sites at TQuest GLM. You see it right here. It's plastered everywhere on my screen. And you can just contact me on your favorite social media platform. And of course, you can go to the website, gottalovemeworld.com. But just hit me up, whatever you need. Like you said, if it's graphics, you can, as you can tell, hello, we about this life. You can contact me for that. You can contact me for your logos. You can contact me for your merch. Like we do everything, the voiceovers, the radio shows. Like it's a lot of things under our umbrella. So definitely hit me up. Even the articles that I write for Straight Official Magazine, Apex Couture Magazines, CommuterTracks.com. Like, I'm serious about what I do. I do it for the people. So I'm pretty sure there's one of my lanes and one of my hats that's the proper fit for you. So.
Definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been Real2reel360. I'm your host, Joshua Allah, Mr. PhD. Depending on the circle we in, I'm Mr. Plead the Fifth. But with my special guest, T Quest GLM. Thank you for coming on. And we finna get up out of here. And I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna play my song. I don't wanna hear your mouth. I don't wanna hear nothing. I just wanna indulge. I just wanna indulge.
I'm a writer.
I'm on the remix.
The solution.
PhD is on the remix.
Look at you auditioning.
Say, let's get to the chase. There's a reason why you're up in my space. All up in my face, trying to get a taste of my pink lace. So come over here.
Now audition.
You wanna go down, eat me like I'm dinner. For dessert, you just wanna end it. Doing the right,
And we out of here.
Straight